Hey everyone, and I think I have to make an apology video because it's been pointed out to me in my YouTube selection, as you can see in the thumbnail, that what I did yesterday was unfair. And I'm really, really low IQ, and I might be. I've never really been tested since I did a Mensa application test. But I'm smart enough to know that that's not what happened yesterday. And it wasn't me who tried to make this into a clown show. I actually went into this having totally changed my mind of what I wanted to do. Because in truth, yes, I wanted to make YouTube Bloodsport. I wanted to take every false statement Plevin had put in his book and made him answer for it, made him rage quit, and then I would have laughed at him. That was my original idea, because he called me a liar on Twitter. I don't like people calling me a liar. It's like Marty McFly and being called chicken. But then I thought, no, Baker, you're 27 years old. You're better than that. Give the man a fair chance. Maybe bridges can't, it won't be mended, they won't be built, but maybe you can try and reach across the aisle. Because I can never change Kevin's mind. I know that because his entire livelihood depends on being the one claiming Karen Reed is guilty. That's how he makes his money. That's his grift. I have a different grift. You can buy my grifter merch in my store. Maybe send Kevin one. And as YouTubers, especially those who say, well, I'll only cover one case, you have to be consistent. And I should have known better. I don't feel sorry for myself that he called me an idiot and all that. I feel sorry that he called you idiots. Because you are some of the most wonderful people in the world, because you spend your time looking at us idiots who has a webcam. We owe you all the things we can make because of this. Because we had no channel if it wasn't for all the wonderful people who come in, support us, who sends us DMs, who volunteer time to be mods for us. And I feel sorry that you had to listen to him disparage you in that way, because none of you need that. None of you deserve that. And I think it's just a coping mechanism they have on the anti-side, because they know we don't have the facts. We will just make up a story. Let's just do one of the highlights from yesterday that really shows how Kevin never came into this with an open mind, ready to do what I have asked him to, debate his book. Incorrect. Bev blew up. Bev blew up, went to her chambers, came back, yelled at the defense. That's when he changed his statements. Again, we are only fact-based, but incorrect.
But you're making it. You just said he got admonished in the chambers.
No, I didn't say that.
This is typical. This is classic free Karen Reed. Just make something up.
Kevin,
it's unbelievable.
If you don't want to be here because you can't,
stop making shit up. That's it. It's that simple. Just stick to facts if you can do it.
I did it, but this was when I lost all my pretend civility. I blew up yesterday. I shouldn't have done that. I started calling him Plevin, which is derogatory. But again, he called all of you idiots and me a liar. He clearly lied, and he kept sticking to that lie. He has still kept saying that on Twitter, and in my comment section, he keeps claiming that I never wanted to listen to him. And for a guy who is so concerned about the truth and the mob mentality that he claims that the Free Karen Reed size has, it's funny, he goes into my comments saying something about non-human hair and library videos. I don't know why I should discuss this, because it has nothing to do with what the stream was about. But again, he just makes up all these strawmans. There was no non-human hair, no gap. I never said anything like that. Kevin, you are such a bad person because you willingly lie every single time you tell me what I said. I understand why everyone said, I don't want to watch that shit show when you have Plevin on. I thought he could be a reasonable guy because I haven't been part of, I'm not Tom, I'm not Aiden, I'm not Will. So I thought he could be open to at least have a fair discussion. But no, even though, and I can show you the email where I said, I just want to talk about your book. He makes it into his standard, let me make 45 straw men. And then all of his little minions comes in. Nelson, I don't know how many comments he written. No, I think Busted Baker is a grifter. He had a nothing YouTube channel in whatever country he's from. I'm from Denmark. It's the most sexual arousing country in the world. Until he latched onto the free Karen Reed base and tried to make his channel into something. I never latched onto the free Karen Reed movement. Again, I know it's really, really hard not just to yell insults because you don't have any facts. But before I ever started covering the Karen Reed stuff, I had already established myself as a Lord Tuber. Is it true that I grew immensely under the Karen Reed case? Yes, because I had wonderful, wonderful people who were willing to come on and be a guest on my show. They gave me a big audience. Does it mean that just because I, thank you all so much, reached 15,000 subs yesterday, I'll have 15,000 people watching me every day? No. It means that, oh, we watched it, we subbed to him. Some of them will come back, some of them won't. I am not a free Karen Reed channel. I am a true crime channel. I'm a court coverage channel. And Saturdays I do funny stuff. And then at night I'll have a Valhalla, an expert on, and talk about nothing. Why do you have to lie so much? Why can't you just stick to the truth? Stick to calling me fat and stupid. But I don't know why you have to always be this miserable. Jules, if that's the one from the twit, you made a complete fool of yourself and you're wrong about a lot of things you claimed. No. I have to make one correction. I did say Tui Rodriguez. That's wrong. I have to admit it's not that Tui that they use for federal investigations. I don't know why Kevin wasted his time going on your show. I don't either because it wasn't anything like he really wanted to be here. He just wanted to yell at people and call them dumb. You repeatedly interrupted him because he never answered a question. And then claimed it was him interrupting you. He kept yelling over me. Wish was completely false. It's not. But again, let's agree to not agree. You don't know anything about the case. I think I know at least the basic stuff because I watched the entire first trial. I watched every hearing that's been televised. I know, again, all the insults, all the you're stupid is all you have. Stick to grifting Doughboy. I don't know who Doughboy is other than it's a character in South Central. But maybe you should keep an open mind and not just hate Karen Reed because you hate Aiden. Could it be a thing? So clearly you and your team are mentally challenged or slow. Well, I have a wonderful team of people. I'm probably pretty slow. I'm the least smart person that has anything to do with the Broken Baker. But I have wonderful people surrounding me. Wonderful people who can help me interpret stuff because I am not an American. I don't know all the references, so I'll ask Jamie, hey, what does that mean? I will reach out to people who has legal backgrounds to ask them, what does this mean? Because I know I don't know everything, but I know if I say something, it's to my best knowledge what I have found out through research and through conversations with people who are a lot smarter than me. Because I don't have that thought that I'm really good at anything. I'm probably the worst person on YouTube. But I'm lucky that I know a lot of smart people. And maybe all you aunties should realize that too, that you actually get knowledge by talking to other people. Plevin could have learned a little bit about that yesterday. The stupid baker talking about being grown up and cannot even call people by their name. I'm sorry. After he had lied consistently and called my chat stupid, yeah, I called him Plevin. I shouldn't have done that. I should have been a bigger man, but he did get me heated. Baker is a condescending douche. Kevin, you're too good for this guy. I am a condescending douche because I feel like I wiped the floor with this guy yesterday. I thought you were 5 cans short of a six-pack before. Now it's the whole 6. You sounded like a true blue knucklehead. I don't know what that means. Do you even know anything about anything? Yes, I do know that to make bread rise, you have to make gluten because it'll capture the CO2 that comes from the yeast when it eats the sugar and then releases the CO2. And that's why you have to keep your temperature of your bread at around 37 degrees Celsius. Anything else you want to know? So I know something. These kindergarten insults, come on now. Wow, you live with Kevin. Your live with Kevin has over 6,000 views when your average is barely 1,000. What does this tell you? That you don't understand YouTube. When I do a 4-hour live stream covering a case, I will have a certain audience coming in who will watch the live trial. Maybe it's a good trial that has a lot of viewers. Maybe it's a smaller one that no one is interested in and I have fewer viewers. I appreciate each and every one of you, except Zach. And having Kevin on was a really bad idea. That's what this number is telling me. Because if you had done just a smidge of research, you would know that I actually have done special Sunday screenings with guests for the last couple of weeks. My Andrea Burkhardt has, I believe, 15,000 views. What does this tell you? That Plevin isn't that big. No one comes for him. But everyone who watched, even the aunties, thank you so much for the support. Hate watching is still a view. Kate would smoke your boots. I would never talk to Kate because I don't know why I should do that. Broken Baker, you're dumber than a box of rocks. Sorry but true. I am, but I know smart people. This baker should stick to baking, should be put on a TSA list. I don't know why. You're a clown, bro. Don't call me bro, buddy. Look, it always get like 3 and 4 likes. Because free can read groupies are being paid by Turtle Boy. And I had to reply, when do I get my check? It's been 2 years. This is the thing they always try and do. Oh, you're just a Turtle Boy shill. I think if you go back and watch at my coverage, I've been pretty open about where I get my stance from, and it's actually not from Aiden, because Aiden has this weird tendency of streaming at 3 a.m. Danish time. So I don't watch him that much. Do you know you don't have to take walking orders from someone else? Because if you have a little bit of a critical mindset, you can make up your own mind. So thank you for all the comments. Every interaction on YouTube counts as a positive, even though it's from some people who probably don't know anything about anything, like me. Sorry to the chat that you had to sit through that. I didn't want to give him the pleasure of kicking him off the stream because he already cried on the twit. He already made a stream crying about me. I think it did less views than mine. What does that tell you? It was an experiment. I thought it could work. I kind of expected it would go bad, but I hadn't expected he would be this bad. Kevin is hopefully just very mistaken in his way of approaching this whole YouTube business. Do I think he's doing it on purpose and he's this antagonistic because he's a bad guy? No. I think he's a grifter who found out I can make money just yelping Karen Reed is guilty. It's a grift. Social Blade says he's doing pretty well, but you shouldn't call people stupid. You shouldn't call my chat stupid. If I'd been on your chat and they were sitting there, I would have ignored them. That's what grown-ups do. Kevin, you are possibly the worst person I've ever talked to online. You're probably the worst guest. Well, you are the worst guest I ever had. You are condescending. You're demeaning. You act like you're 5 years old. You owe my chat an apology. Don't owe me anything because I'm gonna grift the shit out of your idiocy. And thank you for that. You made my first short blow-up video yesterday. If you're out there and you want to cover the Karen Reed is guilty side, please don't be like Kevin. Try and find some evidence. Don't be a gutter trash YouTuber. It doesn't work. Drama is good for the money the first couple of weeks, and then people grow tired. Get some better people if you want to claim that Karen Reed is guilty, because Kevin isn't the one. He's too stupid.